The Narcissists Who Almost Fucked Up. Part 2. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, and we're considering those narcissists that looked like they had got themselves on a one-way journey to fucked upsville, but actually it transpires that that wasn't the case. Somehow, as a consequence perhaps of enduring ability to assert that control, lashings of charisma, external assistance, or a forgiving public, or perhaps something else, these individuals might seem as though they'd lost it all, thrown it all away, and fucked up in some detailed and extensive shape or form, but it transpires they have not. So, let us continue this examination of seeing those who almost ended up in fucked upsville, but got away with it. First up, it's Alec Baldwin. Hot-headed and rage-filled narcissist Alec Baldwin looked like he had fucked it all up when Baldwin discharged a revolver used as a prop, which killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured Dr. Joel Souza. On January the 31st, 2023, Baldwin was criminally charged by the Santa Fe County in New Mexico, the district attorney's office there, with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. He killed a person, injured somebody else, messed up the filming of the movie that he was working on, and Baldwin faced considerable public backlash with regard to this shooting and his response thereafter, with civil lawsuits stacking up and various theories doing the rounds on the internet that he'd meant to kill this woman, that he'd been playing hide the sausage with her and she was going to expose him, and therefore he decided to off her. Well, it wasn't looking good for old Hothead. With civil lawsuits stacking up and a criminal case in the offing, rage maniac Baldwin looked like he was heading for failure town. However, in April 2023, newly appointed prosecutors confirmed that the charges against Baldwin were dropped, pending further investigation. So for now, at least, he has escaped going to jail and avoid slipping in the shower with Big Baz. Not only that, he's remained married to breeding machine and part-time Spanish impersonator Hilary Hilaria Baldwin. He's still worth in the region of $70 million. So, it's not like Mr. Baldwin, hothead as he is going to be eating from a dumpster anytime soon. And he even managed to carry on with the filming of Rust. The bus for Fucked Upsville came by, but Baldwin decided he wasn't getting on and instead threw some rocks through the windows. Our next example of the narcissist that almost fucked up is Andrew Tate. Talking toe and exaggerated alpha male advocate Andrew Tate has relished in courting controversy with his take on how a man should be in the 21st century, gaining a legion of wannabe fuckboy bedroom gangsters and a shit ton of money to boot. But it looked like there was a one-way ticket to Fucked Upsville with Tate's name on it when he was arrested by Romanian authorities at the end of 2022 on suspicion of sex trafficking and being an all-round bell end. Thrown into chokey, he faced allegations of abuse, with the press taking a repeated and continued interest in exposing his lifestyle and pouring condemnation upon him. He found himself essentially being described as the cause of a moral panic in relation to teenage boys and young men, with educators detailing the problems that his views caused in the academic environment. On the 20th of June, Tate was indicted on charges of rape, human trafficking, and forming an organized crime group to exploit sexually women. He continues to deny all charges, and he remains under investigation concerning money laundering and trafficking of minors. On the 4th of August, his house arrest was replaced with judicial control until the 2nd of October, allowing him to leave his house at long last, but not the county. Although he's not out of the woods, he has torn up the ticket to Fucked-Upsville as he continues to have his freedom. He gets to boast about driving flash cars and banging chicks to an audience of salivating slave-devoted followers and is worth, apparently, $355 million. He might be smouldering at the moment in terms of combusting and ending up at Fucksville, but he hasn't arrived there yet. Next, it's Kevin Spacey. Spacey, a clearly talented actor who has graced the screen with fantastic performances in American Beauty, The Usual Suspects, and House of Cards, amongst others, looked like a shitty trailer had been bought for him in Fucked-Upsville, and he was having to move there next to Cletus and Candy. His career tanked following sex case allegations, and criminal charges follow. Cue a couple of bizarre YouTube videos, it seemed like Spacey had become a parody of himself. Yet, notwithstanding these tribulations, he's still worth $30 million, legal fees paid. He got to tell everybody that he's gay, amongst all the brouhaha, avoiding any potential brouhaha because he's gay, and then he went and knocked it out of the park by being acquitted on his sex case charges in the United Kingdom. Life might not be as rosy as it once was for Verbal Kint, but that trailer never received his box of acting awards, and is rumoured to now be occupied by another actor who fell from grace far more brutally. Next up, it's Ben Affleck. Perma Misery Guts Ben Affleck seemed like he had arrived at Fucked-Upsville courtesy of repeatedly getting arseholed on the sauce and being a twat to the ever-fragrant Jennifer Garner. Things didn't look too good for the pisshole in the snow-eyed actor when he was the subject of increased media attention in 2003 because of his relationship with Jennifer J-Lo Lopez. By the end of that year, Affleck had become, in the words of GQ, the world's most overexposed actor. His tabloid fame coincided with a series of poorly received films. Affleck's poor critical notices continued in 2004 when he starred as a bereaved husband in the romantic comedy Jersey Girl, directed by longtime collaborator Smith. Stephen Holden of the New York Times described Affleck as an actor whose talent has curdled as his tabloid notoriety has spread. Later that year, he starred opposite James Gandolfini in the holiday comedy Surviving Christmas. Holden noted in the New York Times that the film found a clever way to use Ben Affleck's disagreeable qualities. The actor's shark-like grin, cocky petulance, and bullying frat boy swagger befit his character. At this point, the quality of scripts offered to Affleck was just getting worse and worse. The negative press coverage really started to affect him, and he decided to take a career break. The Los Angeles Times published a piece on the downfall of Affleck's career in late 2004. But suggestions that he was now residing at number 5, Dunbad Row, Fucked-Upsville, appeared to have been exaggerated. He has $150 million to his name, so he can easily rub his miserable face on plenty of Benjamins. In 2006, he commenced his acting comeback with a praised appearance as Batman, and then he moved into a directorial role. He's continued to act and direct, so his career actually has now no longer suffered, and has been on the up ever since. Plus, he gets to knock out J-Lo's hip as well, so he has, for now, avoided citizenship of Fucked-Upsville. However, given that his previous travails coincided with a relationship with fellow narcissist Jennifer Lopez, he may find history repeating itself. But at the moment, he does not reside in Fucked-Upsville. 4 more narcissists who you might have thought had fucked it up but they actually didn't. Join me in part 3 for more.